Good evening, everyone. My name is Dwayne Kimball, owner and founder of CAMD89 and VA Claims Consultant, Leave No Vet Behind, and also I'm a United States Army veteran. I'd like to welcome everyone to my bi-weekly YouTube live veteran Q&A live stream. And also hope everyone had a terrific Christmas, and I hope that the New Year's is starting out on a positive note. Okay, so for those of you that are still struggling to maximize your benefits with the VA, I have more educational videos I'm bringing to you this year. I'm going to try to bring you more events throughout the year to educate you on the process. Okay, but tonight we are going to jump right into some Q&A after I make a couple of announcements. Okay, so I want to remind everybody that my live streams or any events that I do, they're only for educational and informational purposes only. I still encourage individuals to go out and continue to do the research in the VA's M21 reference manual and the 38 CFR, as a lot of information can change at a drop of a hat, a drop of a dime. Okay. So with that being said, also do not forget my monthly veteran roundtable. It's every third Thursday of every month at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time to 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Okay. For those of you who have probably been in some of my events before, I do have a tendency to run over a little bit, but I'm going to try and keep it to an hour. This next Thursday is going to be next Thursday, January 20th. We still have seats available. So make sure you go to the website, which is in the description section, and you go to classes and events, and you can sign up there. And the event is free. This month, I'm going to have a guest speaker who is an Army veteran that's a loan officer, and they're going to be talking about VA mortgages, VA home loans. Okay. So get educated on that, because we all know that changes as well. So if you got questions about VA home loans, new VA home loans, funding fees, refinance, current interest rates, you don't want to miss it. Okay. And also, she did ask if I could request veterans to send in some questions beforehand. So if she has to do any research, but we're going to leave some time for Q&A session as well. So don't forget, go to the website where you can find it in the description section of this video. Okay. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and jump right into this Q&A, because tonight I am going to keep it to an hour. I know I always go over 10, 15 minutes, but I am going to keep it to an hour. I'm going to try to get through a lot of the questions. So I'm going to go ahead and jump in to some questions. Okay. So we got Jim. Hello, Dwayne. Jim Lester here. Can I secondary severe depression to my tinnitus claim? Yes, Jim, you can. But just understand the criteria for secondary service connection. You know, are you going to have a mental health provider to complete a DBQ and a nexus statement? Do you know what makes a DBQ actionable and sufficient for rating purposes, along with the nexus statement? A lot of my clients, some of those DBQs and nexus statements they submit, sometimes it goes through. You get a particular VSR, they'll request an exam, and the veteran's like, wait a minute, I already sent an exam. Why are you not using my DBQ and nexus statement? And then when you can file a complaint, maybe talk to a supervisor or somebody like that, or a high-level review, and some clients are winning it there. That's inconsistencies that I've been seeing amongst VSRs and other VA employees at the VA. Now, Jim, good news. I did a video, I want to say November or December. So if you haven't subscribed to my channel, make sure you subscribe. But also, when you go to that channel, my YouTube channel, I did a video, why aren't some adjudicators using veterans' private DBQs? And I talked about that a little bit. So that video is about, I want to say maybe about 10 to 15 minutes. A lot of good information. So Jim, definitely go and check that out. And also, do you have a copy of your claims folder? Okay. So everyone, if you ask me a question tonight and I put it up on the board, along with that question, let me know if you've requested a copy, submitted a FOIA request to obtain a copy of your VA claims folder, or you're waiting on it, or you hadn't requested it. Okay. So in your question, that's a question back to you. So let me know that as well. Okay. Hook'em Ram. Haven't seen you around. Welcome back. What's the time frame to get hearing with a judge, and will I get an email notification? You should get a letter in the mail notifying you of when you're supposed to meet with a judge. Time frame, there's no set time frame. It could be a month, it could be 2 months, it could be a year. There's no set time frame, but the wait times are not as long as they were 10 years ago. 10 years ago, vets were waiting to get in front of a judge 6 to 7 years. Okay. You still may have a few cases out there that have long wait times, but in the last few years, I could say the VA's done a good job in reducing that wait time. Okay. But there's no set wait time. And also, Hook 'em Horn, have you request a copy of your claims folder? Tom Patrick, hello, Dwayne. At what point should you quote a medical journal and or a case that was heard at the Veterans Appeal Board? Thank you in advance. You could do that at any time throughout the process. Okay. You'll see more so medical literature quoted, especially if a private examiner is doing a nexus statement for a veteran, because part of that information that goes in there, medical literature, medical journals, medical evidence, medical expertise. So you'll see it more so in a nexus statement, but as a veteran, you could, submit evidence of medical journals at any time, except on a high-level review. Unless if you're doing the appeal, you can't submit. You can submit new evidence, but they're not going to take it into consideration. Okay. And also, Tom, have you requested a copy of your claims folder? Miss Grill, good evening, Dwayne. Good evening. Average time for correctly. Not understanding that question. If you give me a little bit more detail on that question. Okay, here it is. Time for correcting an error, high-level review. Those are going pretty quick. Again, in years past, 10, 12 years ago, you're probably looking at 3 or 4 years. Now, a lot of our clients that, few of our clients that had to go that route, they've actually, depending on if they did a informal conference. If you request an informal conference, those are I'm seeing those take a little bit longer because someone has to call you, schedule it, and once it's scheduled, then they have to have the informal conference. For some of the clients that haven't been scheduling an informal conference, it's been going a little bit quicker. Okay, but keep in mind, every claim is different. Okay, there's no set time. All right, and also, have you requested a copy of your claims file? Ricky Reed, thanks for all your help. Not a problem. Again, it's my passion to do this. So, there's a lot of information, a lot of videos. I think I got over 100 videos to include the live streams to start these live Q&A streams. I want to say last October, maybe sooner than that. Has it been last October? I can't remember when I started, but a lot of good information. But still keep in mind, the VA regulations, they do change. So you always have to make sure not only know where to go and find the information, but also interpret it as well. Okay. Evening, great Americans. What's going on? Gene. And Gene, thanks for, I did get your email. I responded. I haven't had a chance to check the website that you provided, but for everyone, I was trying to, I have adopted 2 schools and I have about 10 pallets of school supplies in Griffin, Georgia. I'm trying to get down to the Tampa area, and Gene was so kindly to reach out to some sources to try and help get those down. And another gentleman, I don't know if he's on here tonight, Asher Levins, he sent me some information to try and get to contact someone that has a CDL with some trucks to try and get those products down here so we can distribute these school supplies to these schools that I've adopted in low income areas. Old Sergeant, hello from Old Sergeant. Go Army. Yep. Hit thumbs up. Folks, little things like that helps. Thank you, Tom. You are correct. Dwayne, you are almost at 10,000. Old Sergeant, 10,000 subscribers. Yeah. I was just talking to the gentleman that recommended I start my YouTube channel. Actually, he came over Thanksgiving. Had Thanksgiving dinner with me and the family. And also he came over New Year's and we were talking about that. He's like, hey man, you're almost at 10,000 subscribers. And he we were going through a veteran entrepreneurship program, and at break, we were just talking about he had questions about VA claims process. So we would talk about it when we were on break. And he suggested, hey, you ought to start a YouTube channel. I was like, took a couple months. I was thinking about it. I was like, nah, I'm not going to do that. Who's going to listen to me on YouTube? And actually, this month has made it a 2-year anniversary for YouTube. So, like I said, I have over 100 YouTube videos plus the live Q&A sessions. Okay. And as Old Sergeant said, I'm almost at 10,000 subscribers. So if you haven't subscribed, make sure you subscribe and hit that notification button so you can get notified of when I upload a video. Rick, does all secondary disability claim file needs a nexus letter, especially when VA doctors do not write them? Yes, because you're going to need that medical opinion and rationale. Why is the condition you're claiming secondary to the service-connected condition? You got to have that nexus, okay? And Dwayne Wood and Awesome Vets, let's get those thumbs up. Yep. We got 56 people. Let me know how many likes we got. Dwayne, I'm on hold with the VA now. You know what? Man, hopefully they're still open. Hopefully they don't be trying to hang up and because they're trying to get off work. I have put out the OP order. Get those thumbs up. Okay, I appreciate it. Tom, thumbs up. Yep, there we go. I have a call with Sandra tomorrow from Home Depot. She is a Met Team Regional supervisor. Call me when you can. Okay. I'm going to put that on a note, Gene, to give you a call right now because I know I will forget. Okay. So I'm making a note right here to give you a call tomorrow. Okay. All right. Tracking right along. Love and freedom. Salute. Byron, Simplify. All right. Simplify. Happy New Year's, everyone. Yep. Appreciate it. Little Rock, Go Mob, Arkansas and Mizzou tonight. Oh, they playing? So you know who's going to win, right? Mizzou. I had my Mizzou shirt on yesterday. And thanks for the super chat there. Little Rock, I definitely appreciate it. It goes to fund the initiatives we're doing with the schools we're adopting in the low income areas. So again, this year we're still doing the $10 Amazon gift card for the teachers raffle teachers appreciation raffle that the principal does every week. We just started back doing that. I think last Friday. Yep, I sent it last Friday, the first gift card of the year, and we've been doing that since I think August of last year. And we're going to do it all the way to the end of May. So the teacher at one of the school, the principals at one of the school, every Friday they have a raffle, and she'll let me know who wins that raffle. She sends me an email, and I go on to Amazon. So all the funds that we receive from the revenue we receive from the YouTube channel, from you out there, the subscribers, and everyone else that watches YouTube, and the super stickers goes towards part of that teacher's appreciation fund budget that we give that Amazon gift card to, and that's every week. Okay. Another super sticker, Gene, really appreciate it. Thanks again. It means a lot that people, reach into their pockets and donate. Lonnie Brinson, there was an old blues singer from Mississippi named Lonnie Brinson. So we get a chance. I think his name was Lonnie Brinson. Yeah, old blues singer from Mississippi. So definitely check that out. When rated with multiple levels of SMC, including aid in attendance. If hospitalized, would I lose the aid in attendance while in the hospital? Well, it depends on the aid in attendance. If it's a high level aid in attendance, will determine that. Okay, but definitely go to the M21, and you can do a research, and you can put in keyword high level. What is it? Higher level aid in attendance, or you can just type in aid in attendance and look for the high level, and it will let you know when it's available and when it's not available for aid in attendance SMCL. Okay. Urban Cowboy, 19 Delta. What's the 19 Delta? Is that armor? Happy New Year's. What exactly is preparation for decision? Went for a PTSD increase 2 months ago, and that is where my status is at. Okay. So if you're talking about benefits, I don't spend a lot of time in benefits. Okay. And a lot of VA employees, that's not something that the VA trains people on. Okay. So for something, I know if there's an action that VA employees take, then it could have an impact or reflect, different stages and benefits. Okay. But preparation for decision, that could mean that the exam is back, and they get ready to forward it to the rating activity to make a decision. Now, when that all is finalized, it'll say ready for decision. That means it's sitting there ready for somebody to make a decision. Okay. Philip was sent out for CMP for asthma. Okay. How effective is a vocational expert letter in a new evidence in a supplemental claims appeal? Rick, that's going to depend on what you're appealing. Okay. Well, I mean, what you're using for new evidence for a supplemental claim. Now, keep in mind, supplemental claim. Can't think of the 38 CFR right off the top of my head, but the name of that 38 CFR is new and relevant evidence. Okay. What is it? New. New meaning that the VA did not have this evidence at the time they did, of the denial for that particular condition or benefit sought. Okay. Relevant is it has to be relevant to what you're claiming. Okay. So go out to the 38 CFR or the M21, probably be easier. Do a search for new and relevant evidence. And when you start that search in the M21, you should see an M21 reference with that 38 CFR, and that'll take you to the 38 CFR. It's easier that way, because if you just go straight to the 38 CFR, it might take you a little bit longer, to find that 38 CFR, the regulation that talks about new and relevant evidence. Okay. Living in Mexico. Hello, Dwayne. My recent BVA appeal was logged into them back in June 2021. How long do you honestly see this appeal taking, considering all the recent setbacks and backlogs? Living in Mexico, it's so many factors that it's hard to say. June 2021, what I've been seeing, a lot of those should have been done. It's, so, who knows, especially at BVA. If you already had the hearing for BVA, did they remand it? Why did the judge remand it? Okay. So there's a lot of factors that going to go into, or that cause the backlog or the wait times for that. Okay, BVA evidence appeal. Yep. I submitted 4 requests to get 1 DBQ only from my claims file, and it's been 4 months now. Very disappointed. Again, I did a video where I filed a complaint about, because I waited, like 11 months, didn't get it. And I did that video December. I always talk about it, so that's why I know this date, December 27, 2020. So if you go to my YouTube channel and do a search and just type in complaint, that video should pop up. And I talk about what I did as it pertains to the steps I took when I called the VA White House hotline complaint. Gun guy, hello, Dwayne. How you doing, sir? Daryl Hunter, hello. That guy. Can a veteran still receive 50% for sleep apnea if they opt for an oral appliance? Cpap, oral appliance. Cpap isn't for everybody. Thank you for service. I would have to look at that diagnostic code. There is other medical devices that you can use besides the CPAP to get 50%. I don't know it right off the top of my head, but if you go to the diagnostic code in the respiratory body system or the rating schedule and go to the diagnostic code for sleep apnea, it will outline the different devices under the 50% criteria. Hee-haw. Okay. Hello, Dwayne. Does what is the rater clicks on your DBQ form hold more weight than the personal statement you send to the VA for rating purposes? I'm not really understanding that question, but what I will explain is, let's just take the PTSD DBQ. When they build a rating decision, they're looking, section 1, the evidence, okay? Then they're looking at the occupational impairment, occupational and social impairment. And then they're looking at the symptoms. So if you go to whatever condition you're claiming, if you go to that particular DBQ, okay, you can look at the diagnostic code criteria. And then you can look at the DBQ. And you can see in the diagnostic code criteria, find that criteria in the DBQ. That's what they use, and that's what they click on in VBMS or when they're building the rating decision. Okay. Oh, I came to hang out and listen. Okay. Make sure you hit that, you subscribe, hit that thumbs up. Was sent for CPAP for asthma and received 60%. The doctor sent me for a sleep study, and the results came back positive for sleep apnea. The rater never mentioned that study in my award. Did you get service connected for sleep apnea? And also, Philip, have you requested a copy of your claims folder? Education, 100% P&T here. Woo-hoo. All right, congratulations. Congratulations. Navy vet, how long did it take for you to go through the whole claim process from start to finish to get the 100% P&T? I wish you could hear the VA. You still on hold? Gene, do they have you listening to that music, the elevated music? Yes, I requested my C file several months ago. Okay, Patrick, make sure you go to my YouTube channel and look at, I think if you just type in complaint, you'll see that video I did back in December 27th of 2020, where it took a long time for mine, and I filed a complaint, and I got it within a couple of weeks. Go get some kettlebell weights. If I have a diagnosis in service for spinal stenosis, does that mean I should file a direct claim? That is, well, understand what a direct claim is. You need 3 criteria. You need a current diagnosis. You need a link in service. So the link you have because you were treated in service, and then you need the nexus. That's the 3 elements for direct service connection. I am confused since I have a congenital spinal stenosis diagnosis as well. So that could be pre-service. Did you have that condition before you went into service? Is it noted on your entrance exam? And how do you know that? If you have, then the question I have, do you have a copy of your claims folder? About it, okay. Benny, hey, thanks for that super sticker, Benny. I really appreciate it. You're still in Germany. Hello, Dwayne. Thanks for all you do for us vets. Finally received notification that my claims folder is in the mail. All right. Okay. All right. I filed again for secondary, but the VA wants to send me out for another sleep study. Yes, I request my flight. Okay, I appreciate it. I got my claims filed in October 2021. Great information there. Oh, yeah. And, a lot of veterans, they'll go straight to file an appeal and they won't have that information. And, I'm asking the question, what are you, do you know why you filed an appeal? Why you were denied? Why you were denied service connection? Why were you only granted a certain percentage? Why were you granted a specific effective date? And a lot of veterans, they don't know. They just say, well, I should because you feel you should be service connected. You feel you should get a higher evaluation. You feel that you should get an early effective date is not in the 38 CFR and M21. You're going to find that in your claims file, your rating decisions, so you need to be looking at that information. All right. So that's one of the reasons why everything that I started building my own claims file, everything that I sent the VA, I kept a copy. Everything that the VA sent me, I kept a copy until when I submitted my initial FOIA request and I got my service treatment records. Okay. The real H-Town. I'm currently waiting on my C file. I have a hearing BVA in February for plantar fasciitis. The issue is I have a supplemental claim with plantar fasciitis. Which one would count? I don't think they're going to do both. They shouldn't have picked up that supplemental claim if you already had plantar fasciitis on appeal. So again, look at that video because if you got one next month, you want to see what's in that claims file. Okay. Gun guy, get those thumbs up. Oh, wow, fellow Georgia. I'm in Kennesaw. Okay. All right. Yes, sir. Excuse. Okay. Thumbs up. Yep. How do you plan for a hardship hearing alone? I never heard of a hardship hearing. Yeah, I never heard of hardship hearing in the VA. To repay SSB payment from 1993 through the DD 214 has $0 paid. The VBA is demanding $41,000 from me. $41,086 paid. I would have to look at the evidence. I don't know. Did you get severance pay? If it's severance pay, if you got out like on a medical and they gave you like $41,000 severance pay, when you file a claim, they're going to recoup that money. Okay. Unless it creates a hardship. Now, if that is the case, then in that letter, it tells you you can appeal it. And on that appeal, you can ask, hey, excuse me, you can say, hey, this is going to create a hardship. Can you all only recoup half of that? And then they have to make a decision on that. Okay. Alan, I heard the VA is denying about 80% of the Gulf War presumptive claims. Do you know anything about that? No. Then you got to ask yourself, Alan, why, if that is the case, why are they denying them? Does the veteran have a diagnosis, undiagnosed illness? If did they get a CMP exam? Do they have a copy of that CMP exam? Why is the doctor giving a negative opinion? So that leads to more questions. Okay. I'm trying to get my retroactive pay, but I am told that I'm not able to because I did not disagree with VA denial of my claims. Since this claim was closed, I am not able to collect retroactively. Well, you only get retro benefits if you were actually granted service connection. If you weren't granted service connection, then there's no retro. Thanks for all your help, Dwayne. Not a problem. Tony, what kind of dog is that? Man, that dog looks mean. Thomas, hello, Dwayne. I had a VES exam a week ago, but I was only evaluated on 2 of the 10 disabilities I filed for, so I'm not being considered for a rating on the rest of the disabilities I claim. They will rate you just because you didn't get an exam. So I would ask those other conditions that you didn't get an exam. The question I have for you is, where do they fall under the 5 ways of service connection, and do they meet any of the qualifications for the 5 ways of service connection? If not, more than likely, they may deny their claim. Net, I think we connected on LinkedIn. Yeah, I've seen that picture. Currently active duty within 2 years remaining until retirement. Congratulations. During the transition process, is it required to do DBQs? Actually, filing claims on active duty is easy. I did a video in 2020, I think it was December 2020, where I talked about BDD claims, and I showed M21 reference of the requirements for the BDD claims. So one of those requirements, you can file a claim between 90 and 180 days before ETS and or retirement. So definitely go check out that video. A lot of good information. Is bilateral sciatica and right knee injury qualifies for bilateral factor? Yes, because you'll get service connected for the right lower extremity sciatic nerve and the left lower extremity sciatic nerve, right knee and left knee as well. Yes, I have requested a copy of my claims folder. I did with the format from one of your videos you posted. I have them, and so does my VA lawyer. There you go. There you go. Bobby, Dwayne, you the best. I appreciate it, sir. Thank you for the compliment. Does bilateral sciatica and right knee injury qualifies? Okay, we just talked about that. That's me, Lonnie Brinson. So you're the blues singer. Okay, let me know. Okay. Hold on, I gotta check this out right quick. I think it's Lonnie Brinson. I'm looking you up, Lonnie. Okay, because it's one of the songs I like. Brinson. Yep, that's him. Okay, there's another Lonnie Brinson, Pastor Lonnie Brinson. It could not be. I guess it's not Lonnie Brinson. Okay, all right. So let's keep going here. After 6 months, VA finally sending my C file by mail, but still waiting. Can't wait to see my file. Yep. Make sure you you check it out, because even um when I got mine, shocking of the information that was in there, right? So when I got mine, guess what they had in there? They had um a copy of like my high school transcripts that my recruiter. So a lot of paperwork that had to give my recruiter, it was in there. Okay, to my surprise. All right, Gene, can the VA rate your claim on the medical portion first and then decide on IU later? Yes. Yep, they can. What I've been seeing, I did a video on deferred issues. What I've been seeing is a lot of raters are not granting benefits and then deferring to other stuff. They're just waiting to everything come in. And I don't know why they're doing that. It could be an internal directive, but they can grant certain things and then defer others. And I actually did a video on deferred issues um, as well. So again, um, I'm sorry, Lonnie. It's not Lonnie Brinson. The guy's name is David Brinston. Okay, I thought it was Lonnie. Okay. All right, Dwayne, you are the man. Hey, I appreciate it. Request my claims file. Saw an error and filed a highlight review. I quoted the error, the law citing why my issue should be service connected with no conference. It was great. Hey, there you go. There you go. There you go. So I'm glad that it worked out. And see, Bill, you point out a good thing. This is a reason having that claims folder, especially before you do a high level review, you see how it pays off. One, you're educated, you got the claims file, you identified the error, you reasonably articulated the error, and you won. So again, it's surprising to me that veterans will do a high level review and never request a claims file. And they just go in there and they start talking. And they're not really talking about why and pointing out evidence as to why they should be service connected and which error, point out the error. They just go in there and they just start talking. And I say, well, let me just tell you. And the person just sitting back like this. In the back of their mind, denied, denied, denied. Because they already know you haven't done your research. Okay. But good job on that, Bill. And congrats on winning. You put the work in, you did it. Keep doing what you do, Dwayne. Most definitely. Really good quality info you present to us. Not a problem. Like I said earlier, it's my passion. And also, we're halfway through this, 35 minutes in. I want to remind everybody next Thursday, January 20th at 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, having my Veterans Roundtable, having a guest speaker. She's a loan officer and an Army vet, and she's going to be talking about VA mortgages, VA home loans. And she has asked me to talk about and to ask veterans to send me questions. So you can send me questions. My business email is info at kmd89.com, Kilo Mike Delta 89.com. So if you're going to attend the event, go ahead and shoot me some questions ahead of time. I'll get those over. I get those over to her. That'll help her better to prepare. But it will be enough time that she's going to take some questions as well. Okay. Facebook user, I'm here. Kimball. All right. Thumbs up. Great Americans. Okay, you say CUE. What's the question about the CUE? Oh, wait a minute. Mo says aloha. Aloha. Dwayne, how do I get on the live chat right now? The live chat. Got the private chat, which I don't check when I'm doing the live stream. So I don't know which private chat you're talking about, because this is the only chat that where you type that question in. Gun guy said you're on it. Yeah. Thumbs up. No, the tap dancing. If I requested the bank's homestead, if I requested a hardship with the BVA hearing, how long should it take? There's no set time. Now, I did do a video. If you go to my YouTube channel, type in hardship, and I talk about the M21 that covers hardships, and they give some examples of hardships. But you could call the 800 number and ask them if your claim has been tagged for hardship, especially if you sent some information in. Okay. So if you're 85 years or older, you're terminally ill, you're behind on your bills, you got notification from the water company, they're going to turn your water off, they're going to turn your lights off, you're behind on mortgage payments. Those are some examples as to how you could, your claim could be identified as hardship and go to the front of the line. Okay. My claim is still sitting in preparation for decision since July 2021. Yeah, that's kind of a long time. Don't know why that is. I've had clients to submit claims. I had a client last week. Check this out. Had a client submit a claim last week, claim something secondary, right? Did a direct upload. That link for the direct upload is in the description section of this video. They had an actionable and sufficient nexus statement uploaded on Monday. Friday, around lunchtime, they called me and they say, hey, I got this retro payment in my bank account. And then they went to e-benefits and they said, hey, I got service connected. Talked to another vet today, had the incorrect claim form, sent the correct one in. I think like yesterday, he got a text today saying, hey, well, call us so we can schedule you for an exam. So that direct upload link, those claims, from what I've been hearing from clients, they've getting a lot of quick response, whether it be, they submit a DBQ, an actual insufficient DBQ with a nexus or nexus statement, or they're getting a quick call back after 2 or 3 days after submitting the claim to go in for a CMP exam if they don't have a DBQ. So that's definitely fast. 67 watching. Let's get Dwayne a thanks by hitting that button. Yep. Gene, how many thumbs up we got? It was not. Okay. Submitted supplemental claim with IMO and DBQ. Claim was sent to VS records review only. Is this a good or bad? Carlos, it's, you got to ask yourself, they probably did it. It's just an ACE exam. I don't know. You have to get a copy of the claims form and see the medical request and what was in that medical request. But I've been seeing this a lot. Veterans have actionable and sufficient DBQs, and that some VSRs are still scheduling exams. And then then the vet is saying, well, file a complaint or they call in or whatever, and they say, what makes my DBQ What makes my DBQ insufficient? What I've been hearing, oh, it wasn't done in person. Well, as of March 1st, 2021, don't have to be in person. Something else, another reason. Oh, it's insufficient because the doctor's out of state. There's no regulation out there that states that the doctor has to be in state. Okay. The examiner stated that your VA claim, they did not review your VA claims folder. And the vet is like, wait a minute, that's in the DBQ that my private doctor said that they did review it. So you have to go back with them on little things like that. And what is another reason? On the DBQ, the second question, I think at the top of the page, it says, are you regularly seeing, is a veteran regularly seen in your clinic? Yes or no? And I've been seeing where the doctor has checked yes. And the adjudicator or VSR, RVSR saying, well, your DBQ is insufficient because your examiner did not state how many times they treated you or they've seen you. Well, there's nowhere on the DBQ asking that information. Now, also keep in mind that question, are you regularly? Now, I'm from Southeast Missouri, grew up in a little small rural town, not the sharpest tool in the box, but I'm not the dullest tool in the box. Regularly is plural, meaning more than one. It's not singular. So you kind of have to think fast on your feet because some VA employees, they're not getting it. Oh, he or she didn't state how long or how many times. That's not a question. So I would go back to that and say, well, he said regularly. So that means more than once. It's plural, not singular. Okay. So keep that in mind. Carmen, is it a risk to try to go from unemployability to 100% outright? No, that would be up to you. But keep in mind one thing: get educated on the criteria for IU. IU is not a standalone claim. If you subscribe to my YouTube channel, or just go to my YouTube channel and type in IU, I did a video on it and I explained IU. And I was thinking, I did that, I think early last year, year before last. So I was thinking about making a Throwback Thursday video. I do a Throwback Thursday video every third Thursday of every month. Those videos don't get a lot of views, but it's a lot of good information. So I may do another video, but in the meantime, Carmen, go watch that video. Go to my YouTube channel. It's a little hourglass search window. Click on it, type in IU. That video will pop up at the top, okay? Daryl, I just received 80% back in July. Congrats, which put me at 90 for seizures, but because my employer no longer let me continue as armed security after having 5 days EEG study, how should I work toward 100%? That's going to be, 5 ways of service connection. I did 2 series, one year before last and one last year, I think. Yeah, early part of last year and in 2020. The one at 5 series video I did on the VA claims process last year was May, June timeframe. And then the year before that, it was 2020 during the fall, August, September. Understand whatever you're trying to claim, where does it fall under 5 ways service connection? Start there with the education. What's the process to file a CUE claim? I did a video on CUE. So Kenneth, I'm gonna direct you to my YouTube channel. Again, when you get there, that little hourglass, that's a search. Click on it, type in CUE, and I did a video on that explaining the CUE. But the CUE, the burden of proof is on the veteran. Okay. I have a PTSD 5-year review in March. Okay. That's a routine future exam. Attention, fellow vets, have you hit the thumbs up button and subscribe? There you go. Appreciate it. Hi, KMD. Have a good new year. Would like to know if PTSD can be connected to depression and secondary. No. Mental is mental. If you ever see someone service connected for PTSD and 10% depression separately at 10%, that's pyramiding. They can combine it, but it's not going to be broken out. Thanks. The SSB was for 10 years at 1890, which is what the VBA is demanding for. Okay. So in that notification letter, it should tell you or give you some options. Okay. All right, got about 15 minutes. Everyone, my claim was denied. The rater cited no STR, and since it was presumptive, stated not manifested within 10 years, STR is in my claims folder, and I was missed, and the rater ignored my private DBQ HR submitted. Okay, so the DBQ you submitted, was it completed correctly? I have a 100% PTSD 5-year review in March, my first review. Any tips and suggestions from you, sir? Understand the criteria for the 100% for the 100% under the general rating criteria for mental conditions. You got to understand that. Okay. Is the Southern Soul? That's it. Southern Soul. Yep. I'm looking at it now. David Brinson's Party to the Lights Go Out. Let's see what else he got. You Let Her Go. Yeah. That's it. Okay, Carmen, I see you. David Brinson, soul singer. Yeah. All right. Vince Lawson. Is it a positive sign when I applied for TDIU in September and they just sent me a letter asking for more evidence so they would make their decision? It could go either way. And remember, TDIU is not a standalone claim. It is a claim for increase. Okay. Got to run. Thank you, Dwayne, for all you do. Not a problem. Gene got on my notepad here to call Gene tomorrow. Okay. So got that right there on my desk. Get those thumbs up. Yep. Bobby says 84 likes. We got 93 people. And I'm streaming this on, let's see, where am I streaming this on? In my veterans, Facebook Veterans Round, Facebook Veterans Group, and on Twitter. Okay. Should I submit additional and relevant evidence to an FDC claim after the CMP exam? I did a video on what FDC claim is. Okay. And as it pertains to evidence, but that would be up to you. You can submit it anytime, but will they take it into consideration? They should, but it's your right as a veteran because you're not doing a high level review. Okay. So that would be up to you if you want to do that. The Banks Homestead, my hardship hearings in March took me 2 years. Wow. How can I get copies of my CMP exam? Okay. In the description section of this video, I list how I went about getting a copy of my claims folder verbatim. All my videos from 2020 has how I obtained a copy of my claims folder. So it's in the description section. See you coming over from Facebook. So if you go to my YouTube channel, I may put that link to that video in Facebook. Well, I didn't do a video on that. But it's in the description section of this video, but you're on Facebook. Hit me up on Facebook in the Veteran Service Group. And I'll try to put that in a post. Okay. Daryl, great info, Dwayne. Thank you, sir. You're welcome. Kevin, I got a question for you. Is that Bruce Lee from Enter the Dragon? I'm 100% PNT. The VA reopened an active duty exit exam claim for left leg. I am 20% radiculopathy for left leg. There's active duty medical evidence of the left knee injury that they missed. Should I close this claim? That would be up to you. I'd never tell anybody, oh, you should close it out, or you shouldn't go after, if you're 100% permanent total, you shouldn't go after benefits. I don't tell people that. And also there's a myth out there that if you are 100% PNT and you submit a new claim, the VA is going to go back and look at everything. That's not true. It could be in some instances, depending on the condition and what's going on, but no, they no, no. And so I won't say anything else about that. Also, is there a button that says make a decision? Also, there is a button that says make a decision on my claim. What does pushing this button mean? Trigger. Make a decision on my claim. Now, will they do it or not? Don't know. It will determine, what kind of claim, uh, do they need to do any additional, if the VA needs to do any additional development. Um, so there's a lot of factors that may go into that. Unrated 100% service connected PTSD, claimed as TBI, cognitive impairment, anxiety, and depression. Should my PTSD and TBI be rated separately? It depends. If the TBI is at 0, they could break it out, or some raters or adjudicators will combine it. Now, if the TBI is at 10%, and let's say the PTSD, is 100, then it will break those out. How long does it take for the VA medical facility to send over medical notes? Are you talking about the VA medical, VAMC? From a lot of VA employees on the benefit side can see your medical records on the healthcare side. I think they went electronic back in 2005, if I'm correct. I could be wrong. But if they are before that time, before they went digital, then they have to send a request over. And it just depends. The VA medical office, could have, it could be a small office, release of information. It could have only 2 people in there. They could have someone working the front desk, and then they could have somebody else working the request medical records request. So each VMEC is different, depending on, I'm pretty sure, staffing and stuff like that. My 100% is a combined rating with PNT and IU. There you go. Facebook, you sent to CMP for secondary claims before being approved for my direct service claim normal. What I've been seeing with some of these things that have been happening with some veterans claims, it is so abnormal. I can't believe it. I don't know, because VA, a lot of information that, I'm sorry, a lot of VA employees are new. I don't know what it is. So I can't say everything has been but normal. Okay. I've seen maybe 5% of things go through correctly, and then other 95%, I'm like, I don't understand it. Other than either they don't, that individual they're not an advocate for the veteran, and they don't want the veteran to get service connected, or they just do and they just don't know. So a lot of inconsistency there. Carver says, thank you. You're welcome. Ted, I know this is kind of off topic, but I'm newly retired, and I hear you have to seek treatment from a VA hospital as opposed to going on post. Is there any truth to that? No. And Ted, if anybody tells you that, you ask them what regulation states that. There's another myth out there on YouTube where people are saying, oh, if you don't continue to get treatment, you're 100% PNT, you don't continue to get treatment, the VA will take your benefits. So if you hear somebody say that, ask them what the regulation is. I'm 100% PNT, and there's some things that I don't go to the VA for, and I don't go to my private doctor. I just self-treat. Okay. So there's no regulations that states that you have to. Okay. If anybody tells you that, ask them, hey, point out the M21 reference and or 38 CFR and let me know, because I want to see it. I haven't seen it. And I've been doing this for, when I was adjudicator for 10 plus years, and I've been having my own business for since 18, 19, 20, 3 years. So, and I have yet to see anything like that. Okay. I follow a YouTube video. I order my C-file, CMP results from the VA rater and third-party rater. Mine was QC, etc. I sent it by fax and certified mail on December. Okay. All right. So if you got it, if you submitted on December 15th, and hold on, wait a minute. December 15th, I'm pretty sure that's a typo, 2021. Do you have a video on filing an appeal? Was denied tinnitus and trying to see if I have a chance of winning if it's already been denied. Okay. Yeah, I do. Guy on the couch, go to my YouTube channel, type in HLR or type in high level review. I've interviewed a veteran back in November, and she was on one of my live streams in December, and she talked about how she was successful in what she did and how she was successful and winning her high level review. And I've done videos where I talked about things that I did to win my appeal back when it was called an appeal. Sam Glaze, hey brother, we appreciate you. Hey, not a problem. Don't forget, Sam. Give me a call. Let me know when we need to reconnect on what we were talking about earlier. Trucker, thank you, Dwayne. Is an ACE exam the same as going to a CMP exam to get medical pay? Yes and no. ACE exam is the doctor saying, "Oh, you don't need to come in. I can make a decision just by looking at the evidence." And I don't think that's fair to the veteran, because it could not be something in your claims folder that the examiner may need to, the answer to that question that they may have may not be in your claims folder. And if they would just simply pick up the phone and call you, do a telehealth exam, or schedule an exam, they can ask that question. So ACE exams, you don't see a lot of them, but some examiners use them. But I think if the examiner denies it, that's doing an injustice to the veteran, because it could be a conversation, or there could be some answers, or the veteran could shed some light on some things, okay, to change that medical opinion from a negative to a positive medical opinion. Benny, subscribe and like. Appreciate it. Thanks for all you do. 100% P&T. Congrats. I am getting familiar with the 38 CFR and M21 due to your videos. Hey, not a problem. Continue to get educated. Continue to get educated. Okay. So I have about 4 minutes left. I may not get to all the questions. I apologize, but I'm going to keep it. Short. January 20th from 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time to 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, my monthly Veterans Roundtable. That's the third Thursday of every month. I added some extra seats for this month. Excuse me. So you can go to my website and sign up for that event. It is free. Okay. It is free. We're going to have a guest speaker. We're going to be talking about VA home loans. VA credit claims agent, Camilla George. Hey, how you doing? Fastest way to get your claim files to get it represented. I kind of disagree with that. I've had some of my clients submit the FOIA request through the direct upload, and then file a complaint and get it. It could be, but I've seen otherwise. But thanks for that input. Hey, Mr. Kimball. Hey, how we doing? Saw one of your videos came. One of your videos came up on my timeline. Have yet to watch it. I think it was a live Q&A. Just been so busy, but definitely going to have to go in and watch it and support your channel. So thanks for what you do, Camilla, for veterans. Appreciate it. Robert, I am 50% disabled Gulf War vet, and I just registered for the Gulf War Registry and Burn Pit with hazardous environmental guy, but that's not comp and pen. Should I file a claim? I'm in bad shape. Okay, so understand when you register on the healthcare side, but understand what is Gulf War undiagnosed illness. Okay, it's a 38 CFR that covers a lot as it pertains to Gulf War undiagnosed illness. You have to educate yourself on that. What is the criteria for Gulf War? One of the things is, okay, did you serve in Southwest Asia? What are the locations for that? Okay, and then do you have a current diagnosis? Can it be attributed to anything? So there's a lot of information as it pertains to Gulf War. The registry, that's through the healthcare side. The Gulf War, 38 CFRs, that's on the benefit side, okay? And that's what you want to familiarize yourself with. And thanks for doing this, not a problem. Thank you, Dwayne. Always great to listen to you. What are your thoughts on contractor CMP doctors? I think when they first came on board, I was seeing a lot of positive opinions. Now it's 50-50, okay? And I don't know why that is. Roger, hello, Mr. Kimball. Yep. Are PTSD and MST separate claims? No. Military sexual trauma, you're claiming PTSD due to military sexual trauma. So what is the criteria for military sexual trauma? What are confirmed stressors? What are unconfirmed stressors? Also, what are markers when the stressor cannot be confirmed? Okay. How can I contact you personally? My website. Where is it? In the description section. You can schedule a free 15-minute consultation if you want. And we can go from there, and I can discuss the educational services I provide. With constant changes from the VA, do we need to have an exam done in person for a Nexus or DBQ? No longer, as of March 1st of 2021, when the when the DBQs came back on board, the VA said they didn't have to be in person. But I've been seeing some adjudicators state, oh, your DBQ wasn't done in person, so it's insufficient. And veterans are just rolling with that, and they're not going to the M21 and say, hey, wait a minute. This M21, it states here that it can be done by telehealth or telemental exam. Okay. I just finished my C&P 3 weeks ago. VA provider has just sent me the physical therapy for my back and knee issues for the next 3 months. Will this suffice if no Nexus is done? No, you still need a Nexus. If you're trying to claim something, and then, how are you claiming it? Are you claiming it direct service connection, or are you claiming secondary service connection? Or is it an increase? If it's increased, then no, you don't need a Nexus. I should have clarified that my 50% is for RAS, lung damage, and permanent damage to ankles and left knee. Now I have chronic pain and chronic fatigue that they are having trouble diagnosing. Okay, so again, go to the M21 and look at Gulf War undiagnosed illnesses. What do those look like? Okay. Yes, it was December 2021. Okay, correct. That's what I figured. Just wanted to confirm. Got mild PTSD, severe depressive disorder, social anxiety as well. Okay, so that's all going to be combined. How are you claiming PTSD? Are you claiming it based on fear, a hostile military terrorist activity? Are you claiming it due to a non-combat stressor? Are you claiming it due to witnessing the death of another soldier? So that's going to play a factor. Contacted you on Facebook. Was surprised that you weren't familiar with. Yeah, give me some information on it. I've heard of it, but is it a claim? It's not anything as a presumptive. I've heard of it, but I never heard of anybody getting service connected for it. Never seen that. So go to the M21, put it in Facebook in a post. Go to M21 and just see, what it is. Let me see. Let me put up the M21 right quick. Have you filed a claim for it? Have you got service connected for it? So let's see. Have you? So that's not even McCullen. Is it McCullen? I don't think that's spelled right. Let me know if that's spelled right. Is it McCullan? McCullen? Cullen? Yeah, nothing's coming up for that. XIC. Yeah, so let me know where you found that in the M21 or the 38 CFR. Okay, because I'm curious. Process effects of gases, Gulf War. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything for Fort McCullen. So yeah, let me send me some or post some on Facebook, and I can do some research on that. Can you call in a number and ask if you have RFE? Yes. But do you have a claim? Do you have a copy of the claims folder? Do you have a copy of the rating decisions? Because in the rating decision, in the narrative section, it will inform you if you have a routine future. It'll say, since there's a likelihood of improvement. That's what this sentence start out with. And I did a video on routine futures, and I showed a section of a rating decision narrative to look out for. Okay. Deborah, I sent private medical records to VA for a supplemental. They wrote and told me to send in VA form 210781 along with private medical records. Do I send it the same medical records again? I have to look at see what they're asking for. Um, a lot of VSRs just send letters sometime that doesn't make sense or that you don't need. So to answer that question, I would have to be looking at what did you send? What did you claim? What did you send in? What are they asking for? Okay. Because it's going to be hard to answer that without that. Okay. Rolando Solomon, she is good. Okay. I love the knowledge that you share. Appreciate it. Big claims, you're amazing. Congrats on almost. Hey, I appreciate it. Appreciate it. Maybe sometimes we could do a collaboration or something. Maybe I could have you on, and you can you can help me with some questions because I'm pretty sure some veterans they may uh, just want to hear a different perspective. So if that's something, Carmela, if you're interested in, just let me know and we can get that set up. We could, tag team on some of these questions if you want. But definitely thank you for the super sticker. And thank you for what you do for veterans. And for those of you who don't know what a VA accredited claims agent is, and it's a little bit different than what I do, they represent you before the VA. Okay. They can represent you. I don't represent vets. I don't advise vets. I only educate vets on the claims process. Okay. A lot of veterans, over my years as an adjudicator, RVSR, I found that a lot of veterans were not educated on this. And it was causing a lot of them, one of the reasons, not the sole reason, to get denied. Okay. So, Carmela, really appreciate it. Let's connect offline and just see, if we want to do a tag team, come on, have you on, and we go through some of these questions. All right. And thanks again for supporting the channel. And thanks again for the super sticker. Roger Glee, hello, Ms. Kim. I'm in the 100% combined schedule of PNT. Congrats. I am service connected for sleep apnea and hypertension. It was recently diagnosed with diabetes and plan to claim diabetes as a secondary claim. Okay. I was at Fort McCollum, Alabama for WAC basic training. This base is toxic. I got breast cancer and double vasectomy. So sorry that happened. I was denied by the VA for service connection on this. Okay. So the question becomes, what reason did they state you were denied? Okay. And again, I'm going to do some research on this because I'm looking in the M21 and nothing is coming up. So when you say toxic at Fort McCollum, I know of other presumptives like Camp Lejeune contaminated water, Vietnam, Agent Orange, the Royal Air Force bases in Thailand, Operation Ranch Hand. But like I said, I've never seen anyone get service connected for toxic waste at Fort McCollum. So if you have any information on that, let me know. Okay. All right. Let's do this, Camilla. Go to my website. Or I'll just put my 800 number, 855. Man, I can't believe I just forgot. Here it is right here. Man, 855. Getting old people. 855 765 3137. Extension 0. Camilla, that's I'm putting it in the chat window, 855 765 3137, extension 0. Give me a call. Let's talk. Let's get something set up. Definitely want to support what you do. So if you want me to come on one of your Q&As one night or whatever, just let me know, and vice versa. But give me a call. I put my number in there, or you can email me at info@kmd89 and let's get that set up. And definitely I would like to support your channel. So thanks for hopping on tonight. And also, Camille, let me know when we talk. I'm going to ask, when you have your YouTube live streams, that way. And I'm going to go out as soon as we get off here. I'm going to subscribe so I can definitely get notified. I want to support your channel. How do Wayne toxic exposure? Fort McCollum is claimed as herbicide exposure. M21 part 3. I happen to be reading it now. Okay, let's just see. Let me go here right quick before I log off. I'm gonna take a couple more questions, then I'm gonna go ahead and shut it down. 21 part 8. Oh, wait a minute. And I may share my screen here if I see it. Part 8. So what is it under, Ms. Richardson? Special issues, claims based on exposure. I'm assuming that's it. Exposure to environment, has exposure, tropical diseases, tuberculosis, mustard gas, radiation, chemical, biological radiation, project shipboard hazard, asbestosis, contaminants in the water, former prisoner of war, special chronic diseases. Yeah, let me know where it's at because I see it. Service connection, exposure to environment, claims based on exposure. Well, let's try that. Processing herbicide claims, developing claims based on exposure to Agent Orange, Air Force personnel through contact with contaminated C-123, development claims based on herbicide exposure to Korean War, Thailand, Johnston Island, development claims based on exposure to other locations. See what those locations are. I'm in M21, by the way. Yeah, so let me know, Ms. Richardson, where. Okay, the claim is for PTSD they received. My medical records on December 10th. Okay. Was closed in 1999. Okay, and that's my business number. Okay. Thank you, sir, for all you do. You guys get together. You guys get together and going to blow up YouTube. Okay, all right. So yeah, we're definitely gonna get that to you. And also, I'm gonna do a live stream next week, and then I'm gonna go every other week. Okay. So I'm gonna do one next Wednesday, which normally is every other Wednesday, and then I'm gonna go every other week. So Carmela, if we can, get some, if you're available next Wednesday, let me know. Excuse me, and we can get that set up. I did basic training at Fort McCollum in 85. Many contaminants at Fort McCollum, Alabama. Check out Monsanto big lawsuits. Okay. But not the soldiers. Okay. All right. So that's the last question. Go ahead and shut it down. Thanks again for joining me this evening in the live Q&A. Thank you for all the support, the subscribers. I'm almost at 10,000. Like I said, I never thought I would even get this far, but 2022, look out for more videos. Again, every third Thursday of every month, I do my veteran roundtable, bring in some guest speakers. And so I'm trying to get Carmela, the claims agent. Got Alexa speaking to me, but definitely check it out. Again, this next Thursday, January 20th, 1 p.m. To 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Got a guest speaker. Going to be talking about VA mortgages, VA home loans, stuff like that. So I'm going to continue to bring you information as it pertains to the VA claims process. And I may go back and do a veterans roundtable. I did it last May and June of last year. So I may do that again this year. So definitely be on the lookout for that. A lot of information is on my website. Where can you find my website? In the description section of this video. And my website is kmd89.com, Kilo Mike Delta 89.com. All right. Appreciate it. Thank you for your service. And I'll see you in my next live stream or next YouTube video. And don't forget, Veterans Roundtable. All right. Take care. Have a good evening. Thanks.